Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of Blureel Studios. This is going to be a weird one. This is not going to be about Blu-rays or DVDs. This is actually going to be about No Man's Sky and why this game is one of my favorite games of all time. It was released in 2016 by Hello Games and was hyped to the moon and back, and was released with a resounding meh. It crashed and burned into a puddle of disappointment and broken promises. But over the years, the game has gone through a redemption arc and has quickly, or not quickly, but has steadily become one of the most appreciated games of today, with repeated and frequent updates that were free of charge, even adding a VR component to the game, which is awesome, by the way. If there's ever a game to play in VR, it would be this kind of game. Unfortunately, I do not have the equipment to play it in VR, but that is on the bucket list at some point. To compare it to other games, I think this can be compared to Minecraft in a sense, to gathering resources, building stuff, the whole thing. And it's one of the most, I think, charming and wholesome parts of this game. Building your own little place on a paradise planet is so much fun, so rewarding, and exhilarating. It calms the mind and it occupies the brain in a capacity that leaves no room for any concern or worry for other things. I love this game so much, and today I'm going to show you my base, the little compound I have built on my paradise planet. Right now I'm in a galaxy, which I will show you right here. It's the chocolate Milky Way, discovered by yours truly 10 months ago, and the planet that the base is built on is this one, Deber X1X, or Deber 19, and the base is called Mark Valium because obviously my stage name is Mark Valley, and it's kind of cheesy and cringeworthy that I call my base that, but it is what it is. It's a grass or green planet, and it's beautiful. It has red seas and oceans, which is awesome. It has a very, very awesome temperature of 28 degrees Celsius. It has some scorching storms, but other than that, it's pretty awesome. Fauna on the planet consists of 10 different types of species, 2 of which I have yet to discover, one of which lives underground and is always active but very rare, and the other one lives in the waters and is also always active and very common, and yet I have never encountered this one, which is weird. Some of the issues of No Man's Sky that is still lingering on. But that's neither here nor there. Let's travel towards the planet in question. Deber 19, right there. It's beautiful, as you can see. It has an asteroid ring surrounding it, and let's get there. 2 hours is quite a lot of time to spend on this video, so we're gonna speed this one up. "17 minutes would be great for ad revenue, because it's over 10 minutes, but we're gonna speed this up some more. Here we go. One of my favorite features of this game is traveling from planet to planet. It's so awesome. It fills me with wonder every time I do it, and it's an experience that is so uniquely No Man's Sky. No game comes close to this, in my opinion. It's a beautiful thing to do. Here we are. Let's kind of change up our approach so you can get a sense of what this planet is like. Hostile scan detected. I have no time for that. We're almost there. We're gonna have to speed this one up. There we go. Let's make her descend right here. Here we are. You can't tell because it's nighttime at this part of the planet, but the waters are actually red in the daytime. Beautiful trees. Very dynamic and very light landscape. Oh my god, I can't say landscape. And there we are. Mark Valium, 9 seconds away. So let's quickly have a fly around so you can get a better sense of what this thing looks like. We have a little settlement right here. And the actual base is, as you can see, in the water, which has a reason, which we'll get to when we get to it. And the overall shape is that of a cross, and I can promise you it's not really my intention. It kind of happened. I love the look of it. I love the structure of it. Now let's land, if we can. Turn this one around. There we go. So we land neatly in between the 4 main structures, and as we get out of the ship, we can see that it's scorching hot outside because there's a storm raging at the moment, and we're gonna have to wait till everything loads in. So let's start off with this area right here. This is the south side of the structure, which has a shapeshifter, or whatever it's called in English, where you can customize your character. Basically, this is what my character actually looks like. If you wanna see it, there we go. And if we walk past that, we have actually a living quarters with some office space right here, or a chilling area, and a golden statue of a traveler or an anomaly, whatever you want to call it. And then we have a portal, which we'll venture through in a minute. First up, we go up 1 floor, and we have the actual living quarters with a sofa, a safe point, a bed. This is awesome. A little friend right here who is flying around, and then we have our little office, or a little desk, which has view over the entire facility. As you can see right there, we have a biodome, which we'll get to in a minute. But this is the living quarters. I chose black and yellow because I like that song. Now, if we venture through this portal, you will now see we are on the water. And we have right here a different set, or a different living quarters that is specifically made for it to be on the water, because I love the view down here. We have another floor down right here, which is kind of the same. This is actually the living quarters, you know, to sleep, to sit, to relax. We have a table right there. I haven't put in any chairs yet. I have to get to that at some point. And up here is like this research station, basically. Or that is the idea, at least. You can venture outside, and I can show you why it actually is inside of the water. And it's because of these generators right here. Because I looked for a specific area that had a natural power source. So, as you can see, there's a hotspot for power right here. That kind of keeps shifting. So there's like a hotspot right here, and I placed 3 electromagnetic generators here, so they could provide an infinite amount of power, basically, which is awesome. It's aesthetically not that great, but it's underwater, so it's fine. And then obviously they are connected to the entire facility, which provides it with power, an unlimited amount of power, which I can recommend. We go back inside, back through the portal right here, and I'll show you the rest of the facility. The 4 main structures are connected by these hallways, and every first floor, like if you go up 1 floor, are connected as well with these inner pathways, the ones closer to the landing pad. Here's some plants I planted. Down there is the portal to travel to other bases or galaxies, and it's placed that far because it's the only place I could put one. For some reason, I wasn't allowed to place one closer, so I built one there and had a hallway going up to it. But it has some aesthetic qualities to it, to have to travel several feet or yards to get to the portal. And there's a little message here for people who come here. Welcome to Mark Valley, to Mark Valium. There's a vacancy here because right there we have some accommodations for people who come and visit. So here are some plants and the galactic marketplace. And upstairs we have another living accommodation for people who work on the base, or species who work on the base. We have a mini or a miniature galaxy as decoration. Let's use one of these hallways to get to another structure. This is the north side of the compound, and we have a fellow here who is responsible for exocrafts and the like. He has some seating and some desk space for his work. Some first aids right here. On the right here we have like this conference room, or that's the idea at least, in which we can have some presentations or whatever. I love the color palette of this one. Go down the floor, and then we have our storage right here with all the 10 storage units you can install, some seating area, and an office space that has a pretty nice view. Then we have an abomination right here floating around. We'll go through here back to the south side, or the north side rather, of the compound, in which we have our colleagues working hard for the base. An extra save point. And here are some living accommodations for people who come to visit. similar rooms, but a view that is undeniable. I love it. And now you can actually see the water being red, which I really, really love. Going back to the center right here, and before we go to that portal, I'm gonna show you this side. Oh, we've been here. No, I have to go up actually. There we go. Go through the hallway. To the biodome, in which we have several plants growing. Okay, I can actually collect them right here. There we go. So this is the main structure, the main compound that's floating on the water, or not floating, it's positioned above the water through pillars. And before we go through that portal, I'm going to show you some decorations. We have the golden statues of the ship overlooking the landing pad, which I thought was a nice touch. This is actually my ship, the Milano. It's fairly decent. It's I think a B class. I'm saving up to upgrade it. And now we're gonna go through the portal. Now we have ventured through the portal, and we are now positioned at the little settlement that you saw during our flyby. For reference, there is the base, the main compound. And now we are right here. This is where the exocrafts are positioned. I have two of them, the only two I actually really use. And there's some living accommodations right here as well. Which, yeah, some research stations, some shelving and the sorts. There's actually an upstairs floor to this one, a little hallway to the staircase, and this is the main penthouse or suite, whatever you want to call it. This is still under construction. I want to add some more detail, some more decorations to really make this feel lived in and alive. But the main reason this was built is to have a place to put the exocrafts that was on land, given the fact that the actual base is positioned on the water. So what I like to do is, when I'm gathering resources, I like to summon a creature, one of my pets, and this is one that's my favorite because it's enormous. It's so huge and I love it. And I go on walks with this little guy. And the guy, you know, my guy's enormous. Look at that. Must go faster. Must go faster. I love this. Look at how awesome he is. He's so cool. I'm gonna have to pet him because his heart is broken. So let's. Oh damn! He's not doing too well. He needs some food as well. All right, so we're gonna need some tablets, some feeding tablets. I know. I'm working on it. So let's make some feeding tablets to get our boy happy and healthy. Oh, I need some more. Let's give this one to him. There we go. One more, then he's content. Oh, I haven't scanned that one yet, so let's do that. Relax, homie. Alright, so let's make another one. And then we can make our big boy, good boy happy. There we go. Yeah, I love this thing. I think he looks awesome. And you can actually feel the vibrations when he's walking. He's so big. Such a big boy. And I love it. So, yeah, that is, in short, the complete Mark Valium base. That'll give you a good view on it right there. If you want to come and visit, you can find me in the chocolate Milky Way on the planet Deber 19. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Blureel Studios. Check out my EP that is going to be dropped soon. It's called the Euphoria EP. You guys are awesome, and I will see you on the next episode of Blureel Studios. From me and Sudito, I'm gonna have to change that name. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time in whatever video I'm making. Probably something weird. Look at that. Cheers, guys.